Remember old dude from 2019? Nice clean nigga, did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wife. What the fuck? I was so confused. What shit do she do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Zoom. I opened up the messages and had to hit the Zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. Nigga think he slick back till I slip back. Got my lick back, turned a nigga to a nick back. I moved on, dropped a couple of songs, and then I went and got signed. Now it's 2021. Hey! Okay, I just feel like this is a perfect opportunity for us just to unpack what's happening here. I mean, we said that this guy cheated on you. Nah, fuck it. Platinum record this, viral record that. I'm making so much money, I'm all over the net. I'm moving so fast, no time to process. And no, I'm not in the game, but I'm always on set. Wristwatch, drip drop, label on the TikTok. Now I'm making TikTok music, what the fuck? I need a cleanse, need a detox, but we ain't got time to stop. The charts need us. Fast forward B, 2023. I'm stacking lots of cheese and making money. My grass is really green and honestly, I can't even fucking count no more. It's a really dark time for me. I'm going through a lot. By a lot, give me drugs. I wouldn't. Drugs? No, it's a natural plan. I'm not judging. I don't think. I'm just saying. I'm not an addict. You want to talk about it? I mean, fuck. I like pills. I like drugs. I like getting money. I like strippers. I like to fuck. I like day drinking and day parties in Hollywood. I like doing Hollywood shit. Tony probably would. What can I say? Shit works. It feels good. And my self-worth's at an all-time low. And just when it couldn't get worse, my ex crashed my place and destroyed all I own. Whoopsie, made a oopsie. $100,000 oops made me loopy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Don't wanna have to turn a nigga back to the soupy. Whoa, Doshi. You're getting beside myself. Sorry. Take it easy, okay? Okay, I need let's do this breathing exercise more, okay? We got to breathe. Let's go. You ready? One, two, three. Tell a bitch, hoorah. Step up in this bitch, I look hoorah. Cop the your shit on it, hoorah. Took a midnight swim in my Judah. These hating bitches clogged my Matura. I showed the bitch my pen, then I hoorah. Shot a essay them in my Judah. Don't cheat the time. Cheat the team, don't you supreme Islam. Freaky little, sneaky little, creepy little whack bitch. Creeping on me, speaking on me, sleeping on me, mattress. Now I got some bands to burn and bars to bend them backwards. It's time to wake them up cause they been sleeping on the track list. Body so attractive, y'all be giving catfish. Log them off the web and every gangster's giving actress. Gangsters giving actress and all these fake activists leave me baffled. Be real to relax a bit. Let me relax a bit, I think I need to cool it off. Put some dip up in my step and then I do it up. Put some up at the beat and hit my jeweler up. Hoorah! Step up in this bitch, I'm a hoorah! Cop to see your shit up in hoorah! Took a midnight swim in my hoorah! These hating bitches call my hoorah! I showed the bitch my pen, then I hoorah! Shot an essay, them in my hoorah! Don't cheat the time, don't cheat the thieves, don't you supreme the swan? Niggas dick ride, the dick riders gon' dick ride, make a few bands and switch tribes, they switch. Niggas flip scripts like B-sides, who these guys only things.
Salute and welcome to Blended Healing. Yeah, this one is going to be a rough one today, so I'm going to put out the warning right now. You know, it's just been a lot of observations and, normal shit. But it's just something that I don't know, Spirit them put it on my heart and my mind to talk about it. So this isn't meant to offend anybody. This is pure observation. So the question that I have is it talking shit or really rolling up? And why is it so much venom? That's what I want to talk about. Why is it so much venom? I don't get it. I really don't. Especially now when we all need each other more than anything right now in the state of affairs that we're all in, you know? So let me cover my ass. All right. So that way yeah, we here now. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna say what I say. I'm gonna say what I say. All right. Here you go. So the question I asked is, what's really going on? Like really, really going on. Like why? Because it's loud out there. It's like loud. Loud. Everybody screaming from all of these digital rooftops, throwing subliminals, posting meme sermons. But what's the real movement behind all of this noise? Because at this point, it's a parade of wounded egos dressed in designer emotion. Sorry. You mad? I mean, like, all right, well, cool, then just say that you mad. But all of this venom, all of this passive aggressive hostility, all this fake deep wisdom laced in bitterness, that's a projection laced in bitterness. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. There's a difference between calling something out and crying for help in disguise. Everybody got something to say, but half of them ain't even talking to you. They talking to the versions of themselves that they hate, and you just a stand-in, man. You just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And when people be fighting and all of a sudden they turn around, they see you standing, they go, and you be like, oh shit, the hell do I got to do with anything? You know? Why? So we gotta ask with full clarity. Are they talking shit or are they really rolling up? And why did they got so much venom in their chest for somebody ain't even touch them? I'm just asking. These are things I've been pondering, you know? But who's really built for smoke? Have you ever noticed how the ones who scream the loudest be the first one to fold? All that chest puffing, voice raising, comment typing, phone call ducking energy. But the second it's time to really stand on something, they ghost. Crickets, they silent. They backtrack. What you talking about? Then all of a sudden it's, I ain't mean it like that. You know what I mean? Nah, say what you meant and stand on it like your soul wrote that check. Cause see, talking shit is a sport now. It's performative. People out here acting like commentators on lives they ain't even qualified to speak on. Throwing shade behind fake wellness posts, slandering names and healing circles with bad intentions and worse breath. Yo, I told you I was bringing it. Calling it speaking their truth when it's really just emotional diarrhea wrapped in spiritual buzzwords sometimes. or just words in general. They love the ideal of being bold. They love the image of being fearless. But truth is, they're allergic to confrontation with accountability. They don't want no smoke, man. They want sympathy. They want control through chaos. They want to feel big by trying to make you look small. But you know what separates loud from the silent: action, consistency, integrity. Because if you really about it, you're not going to say it 37,000 times. You feel me? In order for you to get your point across, you're going to pick up that phone. You're going to show up with clarity. You're going to move with respect even when you're upset. You're going to check in, not check out, and definitely not check social media to see who liked your meltdown. And the wildest part, the loud ones swear that you the problem. Why? Because you didn't engage in their nonsense. Because you didn't come down to their level. Because you didn't match the norm. You let silence speak volumes while their character shrunk in the echo. They expect you to react, to argue, to defend, to entertain the circus. But baby, when you really heal, when you're really grounded, when you really been through hell and survived it with your dignity intact, you ain't fighting nobody's inner child dressed up in adult clothes. Let's talk about it. Let them bark. Let them gather up their little cheerleaders and hype men who got purpose or protection. Let them spin the stories in rooms that they weren't invited to spiritually, because when it's time to show up, real ones move quiet but solid. Loud ones, they flinch when the truth finally answers to dough. So yeah, everybody loud. But ask them this: are you loud because you're right? Or are you loud because silence reveals who you really are? You see, the venom ain't about you, it's about their reflection. Here's the part that they're never going to admit: it ain't you, it's the mirror. You ain't got nothing but show up in your healed state, peaceful, glowing, focused. And for them, that was enough to trigger a full blown identity crisis. The venom they throwing at you isn't personal. It's a projection of their own self-hate, their regret, their jealousy, their wounds, because when you walk into a room with energy they wish they had, with boundaries they never developed, with joy they don't rely on performance, they see everything they've suppressed. You became the reminder of who they could have been if they have chosen healing, the reminder of what they lost when they let pride win, the reminder of the peace that slipped through their fingers because they kept chasing chaos. It ain't about your post. It ain't about your caption. It ain't even about what you said. It's about your presence and what your presence exposes. You don't move the way that you used to. You don't entertain what you used to. You don't bite when they bait you. And now they feel powerless. And what do unpeople do? Unhealed people do when they feel powerless? They project. They lash out. They slander. They build entire narratives in their head and sell them as facts just to make sense of the peace that they can't disrupt. But here's the truth. Their venom has nothing to do with your truth. You are not the villain in their story. You just a mirror that showed them who the real one was. So let them spit, let them spin, let them spiral, and that reflection they running from still gonna be there when the noise dies down, because when all the venom dries up and all the masks fall off and all the circles dissolve, they're gonna have to sit with themselves. And you gonna still be solid. You ain't broken their heart. You just reminded them that they never healed it. You see, real G's, I need to drink something. Real G's move in silence and always have. Loud does not equal real. Let's start there. Because a whole lot of folks out here confuse volume with value. And that's why they stay stuck in a performance mode, thinking that the more noise they make, the more legit they sound. But real G's, they ain't gotta announce nothing. They just move. No Instagram story needed. No cryptic status. No just wait and see speech. They just do it. Quietly, effectively, with precision that don't need applause. Because silence, that's sacred. That's power. That's grown. And when you are really built differently, right? You don't need to tell folks your next step. You don't need a crowd to feel confident. You don't need an audience to validate your alignment. You too focus on legacy to worry about clout. See, folks who make the most noise are usually the most disconnected from themselves. They need the echo to remind them that they exist. They need the back and forth to feel power. They need reaction to feel relevant. But the real ones ain't performing. They protecting, they building, they moving in silence because they got too much to lose, much too much to protect, and much too sacred to even try to be with all of that. Let me tell you something. When you show up, it's with strategy. It's with spirit. It's with the ancestors at your back, covered in divine instruction and clarity. That's why you don't bark, you move. You ain't ducking no smoke. You just don't light fires that don't feed the mission. You ain't scared, you're selective. You aren't weak, you're wise. Because everything doesn't need a response. Some things just need your absence. So let them wonder, let them whisper, let them talk like they know what's really going on, because they don't. You quiet because you cook it. You're silent because you're protected. You're not showing out because you already won. And when the time comes to make it known, it won't be loud. It'll be undeniable. Real G's move in silence, always have and always will. And when they really roll up, spirit is already posted up. Let's say that they really bowed about it, right? Not just typing paragraphs and throwing subs from the safety of a screen, you know, but really sending energy, sending shade, maybe even candles are lit with your name in their mouth. Never know how people move, you know. You know the ones who like to whisper spells but can't spell healing in their own life. uh because everything that you speak is a spell. If you didn't get the pun, everything that you say is a spell. That's like spirituality 101. That's why they say when you say it, the universe is listening. And they're gonna weigh in. Oh, you like more of that? Let's send some more bullshit. Oh, you healed? You like that? You doing good? Let's send her more some good stuff. You feel me? All words are spell. Uh let's just say that they think they doing something. They think they being slick. But what they fail to realize is that you ain't walking alone. You ain't just covered. You're assigned. You've been chosen, anointed, backed by forces that ain't playing about you. While they rolling up with gossip and jealousy, you rolling with ancestors that clear paths you didn't even know were blocked. You rolling with spirit guides who have been warning you before the hit even lands. You rolling with archangels that step in like, nah, not this one. You rolling with Orishas with machetes in hand and thunder behind their names. And you rolling with a source so divine that even your delay is protection. They think it's just you. They don't realize that they just walked into a spiritual crossfire. Every time they roll up, they not just trying you. They pressing up your whole spiritual squad. The whole squad. And your squad don't play fair. They play righteous. They play final. You see, when you're aligned, spirit stays ready. Ain't no send it back rituals needed when they're too high for low attacks to land. You see, spirit already saw the hit before it left their mouth. Spirit already rerouted that evil eye before you even felt it. Spirit already reversed the spell while they were still writing your name down. Because protection, it doesn't need noise. It moves in the shadows, quiet, calculated, devoted. So while they're watching you lurking, trying to stir up a storm, you over here being carried by purpose, carried by prayer, carried by generations that refuse to let you fall. That's why when they roll up, they hit a wall they didn't even see coming. So let them pull up, let them plot, let them think they know your energy, but just know they never met the part of you that doesn't need to flex because you've been cleared. Spirit already posted at every gate. They can't even touch what was sealed before you were born. And when they really roll up, they meet the God in you. And they'll never walk away the same. You see, you don't owe a response to every ball. Not every jab deserves your swing. Not every attack is your assignment. Not every insult needs your involvement. Some folks bark loud because silence makes them face themselves, and that's too painful. They need your reaction to feel relevant. They need your energy to feed their emptiness, because if your energy is feeding their emptiness, you don't have to respond, because then they're left alone with their own reflection. And that's what they're afraid of most. So when you don't respond, right, that isn't a weakness. That's a sacred restraint. That's discipline. That's spiritual maturity. Because see, when you really grown, when you're really healed, you learn that peace costs too much to rent it out to people with agendas. You realize that some people only poke at you because they're trying to pull you back into the version of yourself they were comfortable with manipulating. They want to see you snap so they can say, see, I knew you were fake. They want you to curse them out so they can cry victim. They want you to play the fool while they perform righteousness. Don't you dare move. Don't you give it to them. Because silence, that isn't you being soft. It's you showing that you're above it. It's you knowing your value. You are not required to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You're not responsible for healing people who weaponize their pain. Your silence doesn't mean they won. Your silence means you chose you over the chaos. You chose legacy over noise. You chose the long game. So let them bark. Let them call it what they want. Let them spiral in their own assumptions. You don't owe them closure. You don't owe them conversation. You don't owe them peace because when you're aligned, your absence says everything your words could never touch. Let them choke on the silence. Let them sit with the void that they created. Let them learn that barking at a wall don't break it. And you keep it moving gracefully, powerfully, unapologetically. You are not here to perform. You're here to protect your peace. And real ones don't bark back. They build forward. You see, venom is the language of the unhealed. So let's get it into it real raw. Venom is pain dressed up in ego. It's what happens when somebody refuses to do the healing but still wants to feel power. It's not strength, it's survival tactic. It's not boldness, it's bitterness with a microphone. It's not passion. It's unprocessed wounds spilling out because the soul too tired to carry them silent. When somebody stays venomous, always throwing jabs, always undermining, always talking like they got authority over your path, it usually means they bleeding from a place that never got love. They barking because they broken. They loud because they feel unheard. They cruel because kindness feels too vulnerable. Venom ain't even about you. It's about what they never addressed in themselves. It's easier to lash out than to look within. It's easier to shame than to admit shame. It's easier to play powerful than to admit powerlessness. You feel me? So instead of healing, they hurl, they throw shit. And instead of owning their truth, they rewrite yours. Instead of doing the work, they attack the ones, right, who they did. They call your confidence cocky. They call your clarity fake. They call your peace performative. But really, they just can't stand how steady you stand while you still spinning. Venom is the love they never gave themselves. It's grief. It's guilt. It's regret. It's fear, all dressed up like righteousness. It's emotional warfare disguised as wisdom. Have you ever seen somebody quote the ancestors while simultaneously tearing down the very people like ancestors would have protected? That's venom. That's unhealed trying to act holy. So when you see it, don't flinch. Don't fight it. Don't match it. Just understand that it isn't power, that's pain. And if you engage with it long enough, it'll try to bite you too. So protect your peace. Pray over your name. Move with integrity. Because nothing repels venom like a soul that's already whole. Let them spit. You say sacred. Because healed don't mean soft. It means discipline. And discipline says, I see your wounds, but I choose not to bleed with you. Makes sense? So for the ones who do pull up, though, who show up, the ones that pull up with the protection and their spirit and loyalty in their bones, to the ones who ain't afraid to go 10 toes behind someone that they love, who hear the barking and say, nah, not this one, not today, who don't move for clout but move because they know what's real and they don't let the real stand alone. We see you and we honor you. And while the loud ones talk and the fake ones scatter, you the type to roll up not to destroy, but to defend. To remind people that there's still sacred bonds out there, still people who show up, speak up, and stand up, not for the drama, but for the truth. You the type to say, I'm not here to throw no hands, but I ain't letting you drag my people either. You show up with discernment, with grounding, with grace that holds a blade if needed. You know when to speak and when to be silent, when to guard and when to guide, when to step in and when to let spirit handle it. To those protectors, those peacemakers with boundaries, the ones who defend what's sacred without becoming what they're fighting. You are divine reinforcement. Divine reinforcement. So if you're pulling up, pull up in purpose. Pull up in love. Pull up with power that knows it doesn't have to prove itself to be felt. Just know this. When you protect someone, spirit already called. You're not just defending a person, you're defending legacy. And legacy deserves to be covered. And for the ones who pull up with ill intent, the ones who pull up not to protect, but to harm, the ones who show up with twisted pride, blood in their eyes, and clout on their mind. You ain't moving off loyalty. You moving off ego, off hype, off whispers and wounds you never heal. You think rolling up with you think rolling up with that heat makes you real. Think shooting someone's name down in public or in the streets makes you solid. Yeah, nah. That's coward energy dressed in false bravado. That's trauma pulling triggers in place of truth. You roll up ready to take a life, but not ready to face your own. You come to silence someone you couldn't control. You come to destroy what you couldn't compete with. And for what? A moment, a headline, a repost, some street cred from people who wouldn't even light a candle for you if the tables were turned. Understand this. Hurting people to prove your worth don't make you respected. It makes you spiritually bankrupt. You're not feared. You just feared yourself. You're not feared. You're just unhealed. You're not feared. You're just another product of a broken system that told you violence was power and compassion was weakness. But guess what? You're going to have to answer to more than flesh for what you do in the dark. Because spirit saw you, ancestors saw you, and karma got a longer memory than your street rep ever will. You took the pull-up route, not because you brave, but because you hollow. And it's easier to fire on somebody than face that empty space where your purpose is supposed to live. But there's still time. Time to sit with yourself. Time to forgive yourself. Time to turn that heat back into healing. Because if you don't, that venom you spit gonna come back to life as a tidal wave. And everything you tried to destroy gonna rise up higher. You see, real ones don't kill legacy. They protect it. And if you ain't here to protect, then at least have the decency to stay out of the way. Because when you pull up on someone's spirit, will cover them. Just know that. You ain't just facing them, you're facing everything behind them. And what's behind them, don't miss. I just want to let you know. They have a destiny to fulfill. So let them talk about you. Let them whisper about you. Let them twist your story until they can sleep better at night. Let them say your name in rooms you ain't even walked in. You got bigger places to be. And what they say about you ain't never even been louder than what spirit already confirmed about you. You got a calling on your life. You got a mission stamped in your DNA, and you got destiny breathing down your neck, telling you to keep going. They talking, but you building. They plotting, but you praying. They watching, but you rising. You don't have to pause every 5 steps to address the insecurities of people still stuck on step 1. You don't have the energy to waste convincing people who decided to misunderstand you or your purpose. You don't need to shrink just because your shine exposes their shadow. The truth is, the same mouths that throw dirt now will one day have to admit that they watch you grow gardens. So walk heavy, walk holy, walk like your ancestors cleared the road, walk like spirit got your front, back, sides, and name, because it does. Let them talk, let them spin, let them bark and curse and cloud chase. And you stay focused, you stay grounded, you stay in your lane, paved by faith, covered by truth, and guarded by a counsel that they can't even perceive. And when it's all said and done, you ain't here for petty. You're here for purpose. Purpose don't explain itself to projections. Purpose don't fold under pressure. It thrives in it. So go ahead, let them talk. But you got a destiny to fulfill. For real, for real. And that's it, and that's all. I said what I said. It's just talk, baby. I know that in some cases people do roll up. Shit, people are going to talk about you till the day you die. You stay on purpose and do what you're supposed to do. It's just talk. It's just talk. And once you get past that, you're going to be all right. Trust me, you're going to be all right. You're going to be fine. All right? All right. Be well, stay safe. I say and be God to each and every one of you. And I'll see you around. All right?
Big Dre on the scene, tuxedo on like I'm $1 million man. I put you in the $1 million dream. I know some stones that'll put them sticks to your teeth. I know some folks that'll put some things to your nose. That's why I'm full of legends like the 92 Dream Team. My nigga, that's bad for your well-being. My third eye gave you supreme sense. So when I got you in the scope, I'ma send you to a supreme meeting with the creator. That's what happens to a fucking hater who wanna spar with a gladiator. The Yaku Slayer, you know my style greater. In my city, rockin' fashion geek. You little niggas not even half of me. Your shit is trash to God, nigga. It's the Windy City, all they talk about is the violence. Glorifying stories of the chiefs of the shot, where shorties let them things fly. Where the Muslims on Madison with them bean pies, telling you to keep your knees right. That's why when I ride with that infinite light, so I can see the rooms at night. Because it's a new takeover, the rebirth for the culture. You ready to get ahead? White Roger, we stay silent, La Costa Nostra, the Mac 10, a slow roaster. Marvin Hagler, nigga, I'm so ferocious. I had to get on the mic and get on some overthrow shit. Get Sherry to nod and you can get your throat split. Sherry to nod on y'all niggas. Nigga, the $1 million man, got $1 million dreams. The champ, Drake Cobbs, nigga. From the front to the back and you in the middle. Just remember, everybody's watching. Just give them something to see. Let them see it. Are you watching me? Watch this. Or you want to stop me? You can't stop this. That's the mentality that you must have in yourself. Don't you dare give up now. It's okay. Yeah, it hurt a little bit, but I can feel it. I know what that pain feels like, and I know how to keep marching, and I know how to keep moving, and I know how to get productive in my life. Can't stop what you didn't create. You can hate it, but you can't dominate it, because it belongs to me.
All I know is my music will live forever. I be looking in the mirror like none of these niggas better try me. Nah, these niggas, they better never. All that obvious is what they gon' need to get better. Feel me? I'm the wrong one if you try and use me. Communicate, cause I'll get gone if you start confusing me. I know my worth, made it out the mud to the dirt. I was told never give up. You see how that work? Look, shorty's always asking with my passion like I'm a cameraman, but make music about life. I record myself, then shoot my vids in the real time. Usually solo, cause a lot of niggas turn slime. Other artists don't support unless you dick ride. That's why if you ain't gang, then I don't say hi. I don't drink no more, little mama, but I stay high. And I live alone, you bad, you should come by. Hey, this is personal. You can count on me, I count on you. You ride for me, I'ma ride for you. If they get enemy, they mine too. They violate, I'm violating too. And they can take it personal. This is personal. You can count on me, I count on you. You ride for me, I'ma ride for you. If they get enemy, they mine too. They violate, I'm violating too. And they can take it personal. This is personal. You can count on me, I count on you. You ride for me, I'ma ride for you. If they get enemy, they mine too. They violate, I'm violating too. And they can take it personal. This is personal. You can count on me, I count on you. You ride for me, I'ma ride for you. If they get enemy, they mine too. They violate, I'm violating too. And they can take it personal.